Hello, good evening, and welcome to the webinar on anonymous vulnerabilities. We'll wait for 2-3 minutes more. There are people joining in, and then we'll begin. So, guys, we'll wait for one more minute. 4:01, we will start. We're expecting few more to join, and we have a lot of things today to take away from here. So I would request everybody to be stay tuned, and I would suggest if you can have a book and a pen, because there are a lot of things you can note down on the technology or the solution what Pankaj is going to take us through. That will help you probably to look at when it comes to your environmental solution, if you want to look at it on security portfolio, when it comes to layer 7 or something on the app security, that will help you more deep drive understanding about it. So I would suggest to be on call, and there are a lot of things to be coming in. So we will start now, I suppose, Pankaj. So I'll just introduce. So we have an agenda here today. So we are going to take the session about the anonymous vulnerability remediation, and we have a partner Netlim as part of our session today, and they've invited. I hope they've invited you all to be a part of this session. And today I would request everybody to be stay tuned on the session till the start and the end, because at the end we are going to run through a quiz, and there is an announcement that this quiz will give you first, second, and third prize, and this will be sent to your email. The winners would be highlighted, and they'll be receiving an email post the webinar from our side, and also the intimation of the gift where it has to be delivered also. So we would request you to be stay tuned and also go through the entire presentation what Pankaj is going to take us through, and note down the points wherever you feel that this is important and it will help you. So have a notebook and pen. So let me introduce Apra Saxena. She is part of Netlim. She's been there in the industry for 16 years now, and she has a well-known uh, there is a background noise. If I can request people to just mute for a second. So this will help you, she will help you take through the Netlim understanding, and then we will give it to Pankaj. Pankaj is our sales director from North, and he's been part of the industry for long years, working with a lot of customers strategically and giving lot of differentiators and technology benefit to all lot of enterprise accounts. So over to you, Apra. Take it through. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Nutan. Good evening, all. So, thank you very much for joining this webinar today. So, let's have a quick introduction of NetGlame. NetGlame is an IT consulting company established in 2019, and we are a Microsoft Gold partner. And our head office in Jaipur and branch offices in Nimrana and Gurugram, and registered office in UAE. We are also expanding our presence in UK, US, and African market. So we provide a wide range of services, including cloud services, solutions, cyber security. We do endpoint security, network security. We do server migrations, mailing solutions, and hardware solutions. And also we have a dedicated team for the website maintenance and SEO. So over the past year, we have collaborated with many well-known OEMs, and our most recent collaboration is with Indusface, which is an application security provider known for the protecting websites and applications against the cyber threats. So now I would like to hand over the session to Mr. Pankaj Nair, who will take you through more details and more details about the Indusface. So Pankaj, thank you very much.
Thank you, Apra. Good afternoon, everyone. So today, as you have seen, the topic will be towards autonomous remediation. Uh, Autonomous remediation is a pretty exciting as a term. It sounds pretty exciting because application security is itself a pretty complex topic, and then when you want to showcase that the remediation is possible in an automated manner, it really gives goosebumps. Before we delve into the deeper aspects of this topic, I would just like to highlight few things about our organization, because I'm not very sure how many of you in this area of the India is have heard about Indusface. Indusface is a first of all a truly make in India product. So a truly make in India initiative based out of Baroda. So the headquarters are in Baroda. My R&D center is in Bangalore. And when I say about the sales offices, we have sales office in Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, and outside India, we are leveraging our presence out of Dubai and US. US, we have an office in Dallas. Now, if you see on the right side of your screen, the top part is the platforms which we have to offer to our customers. So the first one is our flagship product, which is a web application and API protection platform. And then the next thing is Indusface VAS, which is a application assessment platform. Basically, it helps you in identifying what all vulnerabilities are there in your application and APIs. And the third one is a SSL certificate. We are this is a erstwhile business which is still being carried out as a separate business unit. We are partner to Entrust, and as a separate SBU, the sales of these SSL certificate is carried out from there. Now, we have been in this business for quite some time, and if we were the first one who brought DAST scanner into the market, and that also a cloud-based DAST scanner. So that way we have been there in the cybersecurity business for quite some time. I would say, if I talk about the achievements which we have been able to gain over the period, which is the next row you can see, I would just like to highlight about the Gartner Peer Insights Customer Choice. We have been in the leaders quadrant over there from last 3 years continuously, and hopefully we shall be able to achieve this year's as well. And it's something very much based on the customers' feedback. So Gartner goes to our customers, they take the feedback of our customers, and basis the answer to those questions, they rate different OEMs and rank them. Now, the compliances and certifications, which is pretty useful for organizations, specifically, the customers who belong to the BFSI category, or those customers who are listed on BSE and NSE bourses. So for them, it is pretty critical. Every year they have to satisfy a lot of audits from SEBI's perspective, and of course for BFSI there are a lot more. So we are empaneled on certain. We are PCI DSS certified, High Trust certified, SOC 2 certified, GDPR compliant, and ISO 27001 certified. So this is the wall of fame. I would say that these are, as you can see, a lot of customers across different domains we have been able to gain, and they have been relying on us for quite some time for their application security needs. So any domain you talk, we do have a very credible logo to showcase and refer to. I mean, you can, if required, these are all referenceable customers. We can arrange call if needed. So our team is not only active in doing the development of our product, but in the process, of course, they have to be aware about what trends are going on in the threat or the dark world. And these are some of the research snapshots just to showcase that our research are being relied on across different media houses. And dark reading, I would just especially like to mention about it. This is one of a very, very reliable name about on the news and trends for the dark web. So today agenda which we'll be touching on, vulnerability landscape, we'll talk about that. Then the vulnerability fatigue is a new term which has come up as organizations have started embracing digital transformation. We'll talk about that aspect. Then what kind of pressure today's security teams are going through because of all the harakiri is there about getting digitally transformed. So companies are in real hurry in embracing the digital transformation, but the repercussions which are there get overseen. So then at times the situations get really dreadful. So we'll touch base on that, what all points are there. Within, of course, the central point, the main point of today's a discussion, that is autonomous vulnerability remediation. And yes, of course, like Nutan has already mentioned, that this webinar is accompanied with a quiz at the end. So I look forward to your active participation. You are able to you capture all the information which I'll be passing on, and hopefully you do pretty good in quiz at the end, which may land you up in with some prizes. So more applications and more vulnerabilities. Today, everybody is looking forward to have a web presence is a normal thing. Then mobile presence is there. Then they want to leverage APIs so that the user experience can be improved. So in this whole process, we are giving invitation to, or we are ending up facing lot of problems around that. So which in our terms we call vulnerability. So what we have seen is in Fortune 500 companies, they have 450 critical vulnerabilities in a year. So this is really huge if you talk, because these we are talking about the critical vulnerabilities, and the challenges are huge, and which we'll be talking on in the following slides. In our own research, we have seen that there were almost 26,000 open vulnerabilities, and this we are talking about 1,400 plus applications. So if you take out an average, this is something really to worry on. Now, as you are gaining more applications, then the vulnerabilities are there, and this has become a never-ending race. If we talk to a lot of CISOs and CIOs today, or CDOs, they say that application is the requirement of the business today. We have to come out with a lot of features on day-to-day basis, but the real challenge we face is that the vulnerabilities is a never-ending race. Every day new vulnerabilities are coming up, and with the span of as the AI, artificial intelligence, is coming up, as we are planning to leverage AI, so is the hackers. They are also exploring how they can use AI to carry on different attacks. So the vulnerability landscape, it is becoming really complex, and since new additions are happening on a regular basis, at times the security teams and the application teams, with this large influx of vulnerabilities, they really get tired, and that is the term which is being used, that is vulnerability fatigue. So in our research, we found that almost 32% of the vulnerabilities, they remain open for 180 plus days. 180 plus days is a huge time gap. So imagine one vulnerability, and that is remaining open for 6 months. A hacker can, if he could sniff it out in time, they can play a havoc. But despite organizations knowing this, that the vulnerability is there and they have to patch it, they have to close it, why they are still not able to do it for almost 6 months time? So some of the reasons which we have come across in our research, I'm sure there can be a lot of other additions to this list, but some main reasons which we have come across in our research, one is that more and more third-party tools and open source libraries are there. So organizations ready-made comms are available, which developers love to access. They use it they, to deliver the features faster, and in the end it is really difficult to find out which vulnerability is there, and excuse me, which vulnerability is there due to what open source software getting used. Now, the next thing is limitations due to the legacy systems. So what happens is that there are a lot of legacy systems. So even the developers who have done the job, they are no more part of the system. So they are no more part of the system. So now the knowledge of that application is not there. There is no one to take care of those vulnerabilities which are being found in that system. Thirdly, zero-day vulnerabilities, that was always there, and this list of zero-day vulnerabilities keeps on increasing. And of course, the major reason I think today is that businesses are they really want to serve their customer. They want to expand their reach and capture a market in an effective manner. And in this all race, they end up coming out with a lot of new features. And in the hurry of delivering those features, the priority becomes that the feature should get delivered rather than the infosec aspect of that gets overseen, which is itself pretty critical. So just to further deep dive into this issue which security teams are facing. So today, developers, they are using third-party comms, they are using libraries, they are using, LLM tools. These days, no code, low code, all these kind of tools are available. So in leveraging these things, developers are able to develop applications at a faster rate. They're able to come with the features at a faster rate, but it doesn't guarantee that the best practices are being followed. And at the same time, if you are a listed company or you are a company which is which is under the purview of some regulatory body, the things become even difficult for you, because those regulatory bodies, the audits have a particular ask. They will keep on, you have to serve a lot of audit needs also. Now, under these two things, the infosec team is in real pressure. And if you are an organization which has a lean infosec team, the life even becomes difficult for you. So what is the solution to this situation which we have discussed? The solution, which sounds pretty normal, is that fast tracking the vulnerability and the remediation process from months, which is 6 months as of now, which we see, to the near real time. Now, real time today, if you ask an application team that, please close this vulnerability in a month's time, this looks to be critical, I think the application team will have 100 lame excuses around that. Or rather, they can be actual excuses as well. The situation can be really bad. They can be under a lot of pressure. But what about the infosec part? You can't keep your windows open for some threat actor to sniff. So Indusface has come out with a solution around that, and it's a one of its kind. None of our competitors have even touched upon in this direction. We call this feature as SwyftComply. So what SwyftComply does is it gives you a zero vulnerability report, and your involvement is to the level where you just have to press that button. So if your application is onboarded with us, this SwyftComply feature will really help you in serving your audit needs, because audits can be about application, can be there are so many audits. So at least from the application auditing perspective, the life is little easy for you. How? So this solution SwyftComply, this gets enforced, or this can be implemented through this. I mean, it's just a flow chart to give you an idea about. First of all, your application will get onboarded with us. Then the most unique part about Indusface is that my solution there is a proper integration between the risk detection and risk protection. Most of the solutions, they are talking about risk protection, but the risk detection part is missing over there. We as an organization, we started our journey with the DAST scanner, and we have an in-house DAST scanner. We are empaneled on certain, so the amount of threat intelligence which we get, it's really humongous data we have if you compare with other OEMs which are there in the market. So the risk detection and risk protection are pretty much integrated. You run a scan, you detect the risks, the scanning gives you the result. It is a categorized view of the vulnerabilities, critical, high, or medium, and you can do the patching. Now, herein, the general scenario is the patching job of on pertaining to these vulnerabilities. It is in most of the cases, there is a customer dependency on that. For that, here, that is not the scenario. The system is intelligent enough. You just have to order it, and our AI-powered vulnerability remediation system, what it will do is it will patch all the vulnerabilities till the medium category, and then and of course it is at the WAF level. Just to mention that at the WAF level it will patch it. So imagine if there is a SQL injection vulnerability which has been found, and your developer is saying that he will take 7 days or 10 days to do the needful. Here, with the press of button, that vulnerability will be patched at the WAF level. If somebody tries to do a SQL injection kind of attack, he will get a 503 bad request. He will not be able to reach to your application to carry out SQL injection. So that's the beauty of this solution. While doing this, we will do the revalidation also, that this patch is not causing any kind of real or good traffic loss. So the revalidation is done, and then you get a compliance ready report which you can put across to your auditors, and zero open vulnerabilities in 72 hours. So it is that simple. So why us? Like I said in my previous slide, we are one of the OEMs which came into existence through the DAST scanner road. So DAST scanner is our forte. Vulnerability management, finding those vulnerabilities. That's how we came into existence. So that's our core business. And if you have a firewall which can do the identification of the vulnerabilities, and then it can safeguard against those vulnerabilities also, that's magic, right? Now, in addition to this, if you see on the right side of the screen there, we have mentioned that 24/7 managed services are also there. So my team will do all the virtual patching. They will check, they will do the revalidation, and also if there are any false positive, they look out for that. In cybersec, the biggest problem today is the false positive management. And herein, the false positive management is not your responsibility. The false positive management will be taken care by my team. And if required, your application team is in need of some evidences of those vulnerabilities which we have identified. The team will provide those evidences as well for the VA scan result which you ran. So this gives you a little deeper view of the platform which we are talking. And as you can see, exposure management and vulnerability management, autonomous remediation, these are the three main part of this whole solution. And this never-ending race of managing the vulnerabilities, this infinity sign which is there on the left side, this can be resolved with the help of a solution from Indusface. How? The first thing is exposure management. So once you are aware about what all applications or APIs you need to safeguard, you have taken the first step, which is the most important step. Once you know what is the problem in your body, then you can take the pills accordingly. So exposure management, basically it has the discovery tool. It's like getting your blood test done, and it will tell you what all websites are there, subdomains are there, mobile apps are there, public APIs are there, those APIs are in a healthy state or not, those APIs have been version management done or not, the Swagger file is incomplete. It tells you all those details. If there are any shadow applications or zombie APIs, or there are any APIs which were supposed to be deprecated, it gives you all that information. Even it goes to the next level. It tells you what all endpoints are there against those APIs. So It's so easy for a DevOps team to leverage API. Business has requested something, that feature they know can be easily served with the help of a particular API, and you call that API in the application and your job is done. But in this whole process, a new endpoint has got generated. Now, this endpoint, which was required to be brought under the notice of InfoSec team, it gets overseen most of the times, thanks to the different kind of pressures departments face. And over here, you are resolving it. You have no dependency on the application team. If the DNS is your APIs are getting resolved on the DNS, you can easily see into what all APIs are there, what all endpoints are there, Swagger file are incomplete or not. My solution has a capability where it can heal those incomplete Swagger files as well. The next thing is, now the landscape awareness is there with us, but what about the gaps which are there in those applications and APIs? So the dash scanner helps you in finding out those against OWASP top 10 and the top 25 list, which comes every year. The new list comes up, so the system keeps on checking your applications, and it will come out with a categorized view of the vulnerabilities basis the CV scoring. We also give PT as a service, so if you need, you can raise a request for manual penetration testing. Of course, that is not part of this complete setup which we are giving. As a chargeable basis, that activity can be done, but the beautiful part is that the findings of the manual penetration testing can also be integrated into this solution, and whatever remediation is required to be done at the WAF level can be taken care of. So it gives you a comprehensive coverage around your needs for the application layer security. Now the remediation part. So I have already explained the virtual patching in different ways. The other things which are there in this system is that unmetered behavioral DDoS. So the DDoS available in the market, they talk about some threshold based support. So those thresholds can be the a number of sessions, 10 lakh sessions or whatever per month basis, or let's say it can be on the throughput utilization basis also. But the funny part is, today, if we are talking about AI and hackers are also able to use the AI, the DDoS can be executed at a really huge level. And of course, cloud is always there for these kind of hackers also. They can also leverage these resources available for attacking. Now, while doing this, my DDoS, first, it gives you an unmetered part, so you don't have to run here and there. Let's say the DDoS have occurred on you, and you have a threshold based DDoS, 10 lakh sessions gone for a toss, and then you are running for your finance for approvals to get a bigger DDoS coverage. Here we are giving an unmetered DDoS, and it is a behavioral one. So what do we mean by that? Let's say on a particular port, you have specified that in a day there can be 1 lakh sessions, nothing beyond that. And in the some time span, we are also analyzing your traffic and the behavior, and we have found that Jan, Feb, March there is a spike, but other time the traffic never goes beyond 50,000 or 70,000, let's say 70,000 sessions in a day's time. Now on a particular day, let's say this 70,000 or 80,000 limit has been reached just by 11 o'clock in the morning. So the behavior is changing. So the system has a capability to throw a captcha at its own. You don't have to do any changes in the application. It will throw a captcha at the WAF level, and it will try to get rid of those robotic traffic which is trying to disturb your assets. Now at the same time, the team which is there, which is reviewing, monitoring your applications and its behavior, if these kind of anomalies are coming, they will bring in your notice as well, what kind of IP is there, from which geography the requests are coming, and basis in consultation with you guys, they will do the IP blocking and geo blocking. The other thing is the bots. Today we are all using Microsoft bots and Google bots, and hackers smartly, what they have done is they have started developing bots which are very much look alike. Now, So in this situation, the bot mitigation becomes pretty critical. Then there are LLM crawlers, which further disturb. Then there are supply chain attacks which are there. So our system covers you against all these kind of attacks. Even the malware scanning is there, defacement attacks, all these kind of attacks. My system is capable enough to take care. These days, what we have seen is a new thing has come up. Lot of customers, their websites getting scrapped, and then the content is put on some low grade IP. It get hosted over there, and your SEO results get really hindered because of that. Because Google does not understand this. What Google understand is the content, and then the IP level, the IP's what to say, credibility, how credible that IP is, and accordingly they rank the content in their results. Imagine this getting done in flat 1 hour or 2 hours time, 2 days time, whereas that organization had spent years of time to do SEO and get higher in the Google's results. So we take care of those kind of attacks also. And yes, CDN is baked into this solution, wherein if you need you have a lot of static data and you want a good user experience, and you can leverage CDN. You don't have to pay anything extra. And with a request in flat 24 hours, the CDN services will be in place. So that's the story about AppTrana, which is our flagship product. I will hand over the podium to Nutan, and this is quiz time. Best of luck to everyone.
Amazing, Pankaj. It was really nice. You've taken throughout the presentation. It was. I'm sure the people who are sitting behind would have learned many things to look at when it comes to their applications or something like that, and also when it comes to risk detection and all, the way you've taken it, really amazing. Now let's go back to the quiz. Now, as I said in the starting of this session, we will have questions. Before that, I am sure those who actually wanted to test their application and see if the vulnerability attacks are there, or you really want to understand the DDoS and the application security of your application, you also have an option to do a 14-day trial, which was reflecting in the presentation, which was popping out. If that is possible, probably you can just check out and do a POC for one of your application and look at those things. Moving back to the questions, if you can just go to the next slide, Pankaj. Okay, so we have, I hope the question is extremely related to what exactly Pankaj has taken through. So how many AppSec platform does Indusface have? So you can just, there's a pop and you can just click on that, the answer, and we'll move to the next one. So you can just click on that. We will select the person who's giving most correct answer. There are 6 questions. We will have the person who's given 6 correct answer would be the first prize winner, and little less would be the second, and little less would be the third prize winner. So I'm sure we'll go to the next question now, if this is done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, next question. So this question is again related to what Pankaj is discussed about. So this is all related to what he was talking about, your web and API protection. So he had a very beautiful presentation deck which explained this exactly. So if you can just look at which is the right answer, you get that pop on the right hand side of your screen. You can just click on it and answer the second question too. Okay, this is really nice. I see people actively participating. Pankaj, I hope your presentation was very nice. We want to see who will be the winner. I am sure we will mark the presenter also on the email, and we thank the people who are actually writing, taking effort to answer this. Okay, let's go to the next question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next question, please. Okay, the other question is, what percentage of vulnerability are open to 180 plus days? So this is what he was talking about when he spoke about the vulnerabilities which are actually threatening, or people go say we are vulnerable fatigue, and that's what we call it as, and that is retained, and everybody are like cribbing about or kaise nikalna hai, how do we remove this vulnerabilities? If at all we have taken it out, probably they'll come again. Where are they coming from? How do we block them? All those things he was taking through, and I'm sure this percentage you can rightly say, okay, this is what the percentage which stays 180 plus days. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fine. Next question, please. Okay, so Pankaj, this is which question? Number of this question is 4.
4, yeah.
Why the burden of on the security terms increasing? So you have this 4 options. I'm sure if you can just check, and we have the poll here on the right hand side. Please click on that right answer, and we will again have to look at, okay, exactly where it stands. So let's go to the next question. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go to the next question. Okay, so is this the last question, Pankaj? How does
Yeah.
SwyftComply assist with audit compliance? So this is what Pankaj was talking about in one of the biggest slide, where we do this exactly what customer wants. They look at when it comes to their compliance audit on their application. Okay, perfect. So, I'm sure this will give us the right person who will have been the first prize winner and the second prize winner and the third prize winner. We will come back to you. We will send out an email congratulating you that you're the first prize winner, or you're the second prize winner, or you're the third prize winner, and we will talk to you on how do we deliver this. So I'm sure post this we will again. This is the last question, right, Pankaj?
Let me just. We have one question.
Oh, we have one more chance to be the first prize winner. What are the core pillars of WAP? This is the base of the presentation. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people knowing this answer. So we have the poll again. So please click on the poll. So I'm seeing it's going up and down, up and down. So it's really nice actively participating. Okay, so we'll give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Wonderful. So I'm sure whatever been captured, we'll come back to you on the winners. And if there is any question, so we have a bit of time. So I would suggest if there is anything you have a poll, you have a Q&A option on the right hand side of the screen. Click there, type your questions. We would like to really take few questions here now. And we'll see, Pankaj, if you can just help answering them. I'll just see if somebody's putting the question here. Okay, so any questions? Please, we would really like to take some questions if there is any doubts on whatever Pankaj was talking about, the app security solution, or the technology when it comes to your applications, or you want to look at why, how DDoS, AI-powered technology, or any questions related to the SwyftComply, or anything related to the vulnerability assessment, what we spoke about, or the risk detection part, anything, please do ping here. We will take these questions if there is anything. Otherwise, we can wind up in maybe 10 more seconds if there is no question, Pankaj. I hope your presentation was well delivered, so there is no questions.
You will see that in results. If everybody is giving the right answers, or you have so many right answers, then I also deserve a prize, I guess.
Yeah, of course. So we'll see if there is maximum prizes going away from here. I'm sure you also deserve that.
Yeah. Have we given the poll also, wherein they can show their interest?
So I don't know if we can even start the poll for the demo that will, okay, there is one.
Yeah. So guys, if you feel like that you need to have a deeper dive, you want to see how actually this autonomous remediation which we are talking, and that too in flat 72 hours, the vulnerabilities are getting found and also getting patched at the WAF level, which actually sounds very, very unrealistic. Probably you can click on over there, show your interest, and we can have a detailed demo or a POC if you are interested. And you can see it happening in real time in front of you.
Okay, so I don't see any questions. So Apra, thank you so much for your support, for bringing your customers here on same session. And I hope we have justified this. And there are a lot of people still there on the call. So I feel if I was waiting, if there is any question, we can take it up. So I hope we should wind it up. That's okay.
Yeah, we should. So thank you very much, Nutan and Pankaj, for organizing this wonderful webinar today. Thank you all for joining this webinar today. Since weekend and Rakhi festival as well, and yet you actually spare the time for this session. So this is really appreciable and means a lot. So thank you very much. Have a happy weekend and enjoy your festival. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Happy
everyone.
Raksha.
Wish you a great weekend.
All the best. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Thank you.